Hello, Aqua here again. Welcome to episode 12 of my Feed the Beast 1.5.2 beta on version 0.8. And I'm going to start down here, and I'm just refilling this guy here. So I am having to manually come and put a stack of each thing in there, just to keep on top of stuff. And everything is keeping up apart from... I missed something. What have I missed? Potato. Everything's keeping up apart from on production, I mean. So like on the farm, we've got 2,000 nether wart. The only thing that ain't really keeping up is seeds. I'm down to 5, so I need to get an alternate 9th item. Everything else is doing alright. Now, this got all full, so I'm just leaving the full melons in there, and melon slices I've put into a DSU down here. I'm going to show you what we're going to do next, but you might be able to guess from what you can see there. You might not be able to guess, but, well, if you see that, you can surely guess. Trees going really well, but everything's going fine, really, apart from the seeds there. So I'm probably going to try and get the cows. I covered the cows up. I'm going to try and get the ink sac farm going this episode, but I've got some things to do before that. Now the main pit of the episode is going to be, of course, enhanced portals 2, which is something you can see there. A couple of things to mention though first. First up, this isn't needed, this unifier. I'm changing ethanol. I'm changing biofuel into ethanol and putting ethanol in the tank here. Now, that ain't needed at all. You can put biofuel straight into a boiler still. It does the same thing. I don't know why I assumed it, but I assumed that the biofuel to ethanol change was, I think, by Sengia. But I think that was because I thought that was because it was deemed that biofuel was too easy to get from this, so Sengia made it into his own ethanol rather than just keep the same thing. Essentially the same thing. They've got the same output, but the biofuel could go straight into a boiler. So I'll probably stop that now. Actually, I've got enough to warm my boiler up there. 697 if you remember, to warm my boiler up, and then I can cut the unifier out of the equation once it's warmed up and start using straight biofuel, which makes miles more sense. That was Capto told me that. I didn't even realise. I didn't think. I just thought that's what the change was about, because it was deemed too easy to get biofuel that way, to use in liquid boilers. But maybe that wasn't the case. But I think some biofuel don't work in some things now that ethanol does. Possibly biogas engines and the forestry EU generator. Don't know. I don't really see the point of them being separate liquids. I don't know why. Well, it's not my place to judge, is it? So so that's one thing. Yeah, and another thing here. These lava roots. Remember I said the 16k EU? Well, I actually I hit one with my silk touch pick there. If you silk touch them, they're actually worth 32k EU each. So I don't know if that's really worth mentioning, but let's jump down here for now, and you can actually already see one of my stargates there, but I'm going to show you that just yet. So I'm just going to stick them in there. If you remember, I do plan on making a magic generator thing, magic energy converter at some point, just because I never used one. So it's not a great deal of power, is it? 16k EU magic energy converter, but do they go in there? No. They turn to lava, don't they? Ender eyes, I believe, go in the magic energy thing. But I won't make any just yet. So let's go on with enhanced portals then. So I've actually made a few things. There we go. That's what my portals are going to look like. I've made some stargates. Got some nice little steps up, front and back. I've made 4 of these. I've had a little going creative, and I think I know what I'm doing. So basically, what we've got is obsidian, which is straight up obsidian. Obsidian stairs, which are crafted exactly the same as any kind of stairs are. Just like that. That gets you obsidian stairs. So that actually gives you it gets you smooth the edges off a bit. So I've built some circular structure here. I've got a portal modifier, which you've seen because I've got one in there. There's a portal modifier in the portal in there, if you remember. So that's all I've done there. I've made one up there. There's one up there. There's one at spawn. And I made one in the nether. And the reason why I've made one in the nether is because I want to run all these off dial devices. And if you have it so that I don't really get how it works alongside one that's actually been used for the nether. So I'm going to get rid of get rid of that one up there. I'm going to get rid of the nether one on the opposite side and actually set it up using dial devices. So that's the next thing we need to make, which that's got what I've got set up in my inventory here, dial devices. Now I'm going to make 8 because I think I can afford it. I actually said, no, I said I wasn't going to go into the big hills. Well, I went into some big hills. I went into another one of the big hills because this is kind of a communal thing. Because I'm putting one at spawn. I've got the coordinates of Tom's house. I need the coordinates of Jim's house. Jim's been on as well now. Jim's on now actually. And this hasn't spread, by the way. I put some more mud down, just messing about. This hasn't naturally spread. This is that mud stuff. Still no idea what I'm going to use that for. I want to see what it looked like, but I don't really like it. Sidetrack, see that? Because this is kind of communal, I'm going to set up a portal at everyone's house as well, or near the house. So I decided that I don't actually mind going into a second of the hollow hills. So what we do with this is, this can be quite a few blocks away from the thing. So I've been putting them 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks away. This is what I did in what do I call it, in creative when I tested this out. So at the minute we can't really add anything to there because we're missing quite a few things. Click to set a network. Well, we need to give each of these an identifier. So I am going to start here. I'm going to call this one diamond, and let's jump up here. I've not actually got my portal gun set to that at the minute. My portal gun's set to spawn. So my little village is diamond. No, in fact, I'll change that. I'll put spawn as diamond. So here's my one here. See, I've made them all the same. Bit of consistency. So I'm going to have this one a little bit closer. I'll have that one there. So I'll set this one to emerald. We've got plenty of room to set things there. I suppose we could set them so that each person's buildings start with a particular thing. So I mean, I could use emerald again. So I could have my buildings as emeralds, spawn as diamond, get the other guys to pick one for himself. Yeah, I might actually do that. Let's get rid of one then. Let's call this one. So this one's, I'm not putting on upgrades in yet, but this one is called emerald, let's say. Let's go back down to that one. And this one's going to be emerald. And I actually like that a bit closer. I'm going to move that. 1, 2. Not there yet. We're not ready for that bit yet. So click to set network. Get rid of the diamond. This one's going to be double emerald. There we go. And then I'm going to go to spawn next. So as I say, spawn is what I've got my thing set up for at the minute. And I made this little place at spawn. Nice little thing if you come into the server. Maybe nice, maybe shit, I don't know. 1, 2. I'll have that one there. A little bit further out. And this one is going to be diamond. What can be for the nether? I suppose it's nether star, makes sense, doesn't it? The diamond is that one. And now needs to go to the nether portal as well. And I suppose I should have actually made some of the upgrades while I was doing this, because I'm going to have to go around all these again anyway. Well, I'm not sure how many upgrades each one needs. So if you come into the nether here, I knocked one of them portals down. If you remember, there's 2 portals next to each other. So that one was the one that was the active one. Let's jump through there, and this is in the second, what do you call it that I found? The second nether fortress. So the portal's 300 meters that way. I've done it this one because anything to the west of this is got the nether ores spawned, because this was chunks generated after we changed it to where there's nether chunks, nether ores are spawned. Nice little tip from Corey, by the way, is if you press F3 in here, it just reloads everything. So if you're stuck waiting for stuff to load, that kind of makes things load a bit quicker. That's really nice. Cheers, dude. Wither skeleton there. Speaking of wither skeletons, just a sidetrack again. I've been into a couple of Mistcraft ages. I was putting labels on the books, and when I was in there, I went around to the one that I did on the spawn at first. Remember the one on the spawn that had like a bamboo forest? And who was he? Who was that guy? There was one on the bamboo forest and stuff, and I found a few barrow dungeons. Well, I went around all them and collected all the skeleton spawners up. So I've got 1024 wither skeletons in a spawner there, which is nice. So I can make a wither skeleton spawner. I've also got 202 blazes. I put... There he is. Haha. Oh. Come on. Was that not hitting him? I put one of the blaze spawners here. You see there's 2 blaze spawners marked off here. I put one of them in, and then the other one's actually an indoors. Well, both of them were indoors ones. The one over there is an outdoor one, so I thought I'd actually best save one of the indoor ones, just so we can use that to fill that up if need be. So I'm in another portal in here, and the DHD, the DAR device, I mean, can go up here in the middle of this. I think that's close enough. Maybe put it one further that way. I'll put it there. So these are actually have to touch. The mod spotlights I've seen and they've had these touching. They've also had the basic DAR device. You don't need the basic DAR device, and you don't need this to touch, as far as I could tell in creative. So I could be wrong with that, but there we go. There's a 4 that I've set up for now. Then I've made 4. Like I said, I've made 4 spare for the other guys' houses. One for the Twilight Forest, of course, as well, which I'll be setting up. So for now, let's. In fact, yeah, I'm going to go back because I won't have the materials I need. So just making sure I've spawned in alright here. Let's go through there. Here we go. And go back to my base. Can jump off the roof there, can't I? Whee! So what do we need? Right. Optional upgrades. Stops particles. Stops sounds. Oh, I'm going to do them, but not quite yet. That one's pretty cheap. And that one's pretty cheap as well, actually. Travel to any dimension. This is ones that they all need, so I'm going to make 4 of them to go off with. So, photo modifier, allows travel to any dimension. I'll tell you what, I'll make 8. I'll make 8, I'll go for it. So that was 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ender pearls, redstone, gold. Oops. So I'm going to have to make more of these upgrade cards. I didn't make enough for them to start with. I'll show you how I made them in a minute as well. So 8 of them. 8 of them. That gets us 8 of them guys. That's an important one. Portal modifier upgrade. These guys are made just with that damn bloody sort button. Gold nuggets, purple dye, and paper. Purple dye is made by using medium stone on some yellow dye. Cycle it through to purple. That's the first thing we needed. Don't need that one just yet. I suppose if you're using train lands through portals, you'd want that. You'd probably want to set that up with an auto dialer as well, so that whenever your train came up to the portal, it'd redstone trigger and it automatically dial. Another frame upgrade we don't need. The resourceful. Another frame upgrade. No, yeah, and the resourceful frame upgrade we don't need. The portal modifier is pretty good, but do I want to waste? I use 8 of them. I probably do. Hang on a minute. Yeah, it's higher up at surface to around. Is it about 25 max? You won't find any at diamond level. So alright, let's make 8 of them then. Screw it. We're on looking nice, don't we? What's that one? Nope. That's the next one then. Diamonds, redstone, ender pearls. So another 8 diamonds. We ain't got enough for them. Shit. Okay, we'll leave that one for now then. But I will be doing that. But what the portal modifier upgrade does is it makes that block look like the rest. King slime, another one. So all it does, it makes that block blend in with the rest, so that block will just look like a bit of obsidian. And of course, if we're using the glowstone upgrade and use glowstone for this, then it'll look like glowstone, etc. Where are you, King Slime? Is that you? Let's see. There's a big fella. Come here, big fella. This is actually the 5th one of these I've got now. I've killed one in a... Cool, got a hat as well. I killed one in that Mistcraft Age earlier. In the Mistcraft Age, in the Barrow dungeons as well, I've got another couple of those hearts. I've actually got 4 of them hearts now, but you need necrotic bones, which I ain't got yet, and of course you need 4 diamonds for each of the upgraded apples, which I ain't got yet. So once I've got more diamonds and stuff, I'll be able to have up to 15 hearts of health now, which is pretty nice, I must admit. Let's tidy this shit up. Always got to tidy up, haven't I? So yeah, I won't do the portal upgrade one, but I will be adding them. So if you do notice them looking tidy at some point and I don't mention it, I'll probably just med them off camera. But I say they're pretty straightforward. So another frying pan. I've got a hatchet, a chisel, 2 frying pans, and a battle sand. That's the one that I got earlier, the battle sand. I'll stick that in there for now. With them arrows. Right. Okay. So yeah, that one I'll be adding probably off camera when I get more diamonds. But the one we really need is allow use for a dial device. So that's 8 of these redstones and ender pearls. That's nice and easy, isn't it? So 8 ender pearls. Are these shapeless crafting? Probably shapeless. Yeah, they're all shapeless. So it doesn't matter which order I put these in. I can put them anywhere. So I just need 16 redstone in there. That gets us 8 of them guys. Always use for a dial device, and I think that's the basic minimum we need. So at some point I'll be doing the particles one, and the particles and the sound one, so they don't make any noise, which is nice. Dial device, yeah. So I'll be adding the sound one, the particles one, and the modifier camouflage at some point. But yeah, these are the ones we need now. So what we can do is, want to just right click these onto the block there. So you see now I've got 7 of them left. And if we look in there now, they've got 2 modifiers. Awesome. Now I thought I'd already set the thing on that. Guess it didn't save it. Okay. So this one was double that, wasn't it? So what I'm going to need is, I'm going to start adding things to this now. So add, something else I want as well. Come on, let me out. Cancel. I want a bucket of water. So putting the modifiers in there must actually change them, which is a bit of a shame. Because I need to go around them all again anyway now. So add diamond, save, and that's going to be spawn. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a bucket of water there on the facade. Yeah, click save. So spawn has got a bucket of water. So now if spawn was set up right, I could dial. I can't establish a connection because we haven't set spawn up yet. So this one is, yeah, double emerald. That one's going to be single emerald. Let's go do that first. In fact, while we're here, let's set that up. So add modifier single emerald. Again, bucket of water because it's what Stargate, on Stargate looks like water, doesn't it? That's all I'm doing that for. And this is going to be Echo Castle. Save. Unfortunately, you have to do this for every dial device. Spawn Echo's Castle. Now, let's go up to my castle. Slow way. I do want to set like a train line up from there as well. I want some, like, from the dungeons I want a little train station that'll send you on a little train track down to there. That's something I plan on doing. Don't want to get round to it, like. Right, so this one here, let's put in 2 modifiers then. Dialing upgrade. and the dimensional upgrade, there's a little bit of lag there. So they should be both in there now. Yep. Click to set identifier. Single. This is a single emerald one. So this guy is single emerald. And now in the dial device, add. We want spawn. A bucket of water. Save. And come on. Have I crashed? Well, let me add another one there. Add, there we go. Add double emerald, Akko's village, and water. Save. So now spawn should not work. Cannot establish a connection, but Akko's village should. There we go. It's got water as a thing there. So we can go through there. We'll come back out, and we'll come back out the wrong way. Someone's trying to work out how to do that. If I put a block behind there, then that will happen. So I may have to cover it up with some kind of block, just on the back of that, like one more thingy block up here. I'm not sure you can determine which way it goes through, but that'll stay open, as you can see on the dial device. 36 seconds. Now I've tried to make this lower on creative earlier, and then I logged out. When I logged back in, it was back up to 36 again. So you can, if you right click it, it does 0.5 of a second, 0.05 of a second should I say. If you shift right click it, it does half a second, and left click puts it up. So right click sends it down, left click sends it up. So I'll put this one down to 10, but I don't think it'll stay like that, to be honest. So I'll stick that to there. So now I can get to Akko's castle. Oops. Cancel. What did I do there? I did the wrong thing. You can also just double click on there. So double click on that. Opens it up. Gets me back in. Look at that. Why has it got to send you the wrong bastard way all the time? So see there, I've got a message saying 10 seconds. So shut down. So that one's shut itself down. There you go. And I will be getting rid of the noise and stuff. I suppose I could just stick that. Don't really like the look of that though. No, well, definitely like the look of that, do I? Some kind of invisible block. We've got any invisible blocks? I'll think of something. I'll think of something to block the back of that. So now let's go back to Akko's village, and then now we're here. We can go to spawn. I can set spawn up. So it's actually really straightforward once you do it, isn't it? So I don't know what I'm doing, taking a full episode doing this, but so come on, loading world, thank you, and that one, thank you. So this one's identifier is of course diamond, accept, and then what we want to set up here is add single Akko's castle. Save. In fact, I should. Let's get rid of that. Let's do the nether first, because it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't have to be someone's house first, does it? So I'll do the nether. And like I say, I'm just using the same facade in each one. You can have different facade for each thing, of course. But, nether. We can't go there yet because we've not got nothing on the thing that goes with that. Twilight Forest, anything like a tree or anything? What we got? What's a good idea for Twilight Forest? I suppose Nether Quartz could have done for Nether as well. We'll have Lapis. The Twilight Forest. Save. Oops, no. So I need to remove that because I didn't put my water thing in. Add. Try that again. Lapis. Twilight Forest. Save. Ooh, delete it again. Nether. Twilight Forest. We'll add the ending to here as well. So you don't actually you could just come here. You could just come to the hub to get to everywhere else, I guess. So from the hub, I mean, you can just go to one of my bases. I guess you don't have to go to both. So we'll come for the end. We've got any end stone. Hive ender makes sense, doesn't it? Ender pearl makes even more sense actually. Save the end. So it looks like I need to set one up for the end as well. And now I'll add emerald, Akko's castle. Put my water bucket in. Save. There we go. So we've got 4 places, and of course we can only go to Akko's castle at the minute. So there we go. Gets us to the castle. So what I'll do is I'll go set another one up off camera, and then I've got the coordinates of Tom's house. I'll go actually build one from scratch at Tom's house just to show you how it all goes together. Right. Wait. Yeah, it's a shame. I hope that actually stays. I want all these. You don't need longer than 10 seconds. The one that you actually start the spawn at, sorry, the one that you actually open the portal at. Right, so the one, so if I'm going to go to my village, you can click on there, you can actually terminate it from the one that you actually started, that you opened the gate up from. But from the one that you didn't open the gate up from, you don't get that termination option. If you have a look there, see, look, it just gives you a dial option. So we can get to spawn from here as well, that's right. And we can get spawn from up there. So yeah, I'm going to go to the nether, I'll be back in a bit. Okay then, so here we are, and I got a little bit sidetracked. It's been a few hours since you last saw me. I've tidied this up a little bit. I might move that out one more, I think. But well, I've been putting all them in again. Well, I've only got 2. I might move that out. Yeah, I probably will later. So the next place I went was the nether, as I said, and I've also made a few other places. Now this 10-second thing, it seems to stay set if the place is chunk loaded. I haven't loaded in yet. Let me load in properly. And the places that aren't chunk loaded, it seems to revert. Well, no, this is staying at 10. Some things are reverting to 36, and some are staying at 10. Not sure what's causing it. But as you see now, we've got Nether, Twilight Forest, the end, my place, Tom's place, Jim's place, and I put one for a mining age, although we haven't got one yet. But we're gonna have a shared mining age, tiled plains and desert. Once I think I've got plains now, and I think I got desert on the last stream maybe, so I might actually need the tiled biomes modifier. I still think I need a normal sun though as well, so I'm going to do a little bit of Mistcraft age jumping off camera, so I might as well give you a little tour of what's going on up to now. So let's go have a quick look at Tom's house. So these guys have only really been on the server a couple of days. We've been playing Hexit up until now, so I don't know if it looks a bit boring, but I put exactly the same portal everywhere. I think I should maybe go on one higher as well with the stairs, made the platform a bit bigger. I think the platform's maybe a bit too little. Anyway, this is Tom's little place. I'm not sure what that is. What's that about? I guess this might be where he started, I guess. Little pool hut. And I left a little note there, 'cause I'm not sure if he knows about that tree, but I left a little note saying that there's a spider spawner and chest under there. If you go close, spiders should jump out and attack me. And I ain't going to offer it up because it might have something nice in there. Might have a portal gun in there for him, so I'm not going to have a look, but there we go. You've seen me do them plenty of times. So there's Tom's little place. Some trees, some animals and shit. And what's he got in way machines? Grindstone. No handle on it. I wonder if you didn't know about the handle. So we're looking at it. We've got anything in here? I can never get in the fucking doors. Little sawmill, induction smelter, pulverizer. This is getting set up to do a tree farm by the look of it there with a magma crucible. It's just got a nice little selection of thermal expansion machines there. That's Tom's pad. And he's got his mining turtle ready to go. Cool, he's got one of them weight tables as well that I've been using. Coke oven bricks, barrels, you can see what he's making then. That kind of stuff, cool. And then we can go from here, we'll go back to spawn. Can I get up on the roof from here? It seems I can't. So go back to spawn. So I'm back at spawn. There was loads of noise then, so I had to cut the camera and redo this a little bit. But let's go check Jim's house out as well. There's not a lot to see at Jim's house really. He's only really been on since today or yesterday, I think. But let's put it over here for him. He's going to build a castle out here in the middle of the sea. And if you come down, he's got his usual. I wonder if he knows he could put a block of water there and just be able to jump straight down. Not that I'm managing it, but it's got a little setup there. Obviously not chunk loaded here, so that's why that clockwork engine's going. But in his usual manner, it looks like he's blocked it off. But I'm pretty sure he's been playing with turtles as well, possibly. This looks a bit taily, doesn't it? Or is it? Can't really tell. Let's say Jim's not been on long at all, as you can see. So that's pretty much a very, very early server tour of the places that I know. So I'm going to get back to my place and get out of here real quick. Come on, boing, Zebedee. Probably quicker running, to be honest, than doing it the way I just did that. But so right, go back to my castle, and I've got a bit of an issue in that I'm running out of seeds. So it's time to set up. So it's 36 seconds from that one. Should have maybe tried setting it to 10 again. Now, Jim been on earlier, and he said you can see the things I put in there. But when it comes back to spawn, and maybe if he's clicking on it too quick like I just did then, when he clicks on this one's empty. So I'm not sure if people have to set their own channels, but the ones I've set at his house over there seem to work. 36 seconds, I could probably get over there in 36 seconds. That's done now, isn't it? Come on. Shame you can't actually terminate. There's Jim now. Shame you can't actually terminate from this end. There we go. Now back to my house. So, and this, you see, I've put the camouflage on them all, by the way, as well. And the sound and the particles actually there for the first second or so until it loads in, and then they go away. That's a little bit weird as well. So as I said earlier, if you look down here, I actually just had loads of random stuff that I just threw in there. I don't think they're weights. Just now and again I check, see what things can go in there. I had loads of random stuff that I threw in there. I don't actually think. So yeah, the unifier's got stuff in it. So I believe on the unifier doesn't seem to work. So that's something you should bear in mind. Because I tried shutting it off tonight earlier, about 700. It's gone up to 816. So I've actually had to turn the lever off there to stop that coming through. That's working alright. And as I said earlier, look at that, I'm down to not even 2 stacks worth there. So I want to set up a little rancher and a squiddly. So what I'm going to do is work out where to put it. I think I'm actually going to put it just here for now. Again, this is going to be another temporary one that I will change. But yeah, screw it, let's put him there. I've got a rancher. Quite jolly. That's terrible shit pun, I apologise. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little 3x3x1 like so with a rancher on the edge. Rancher I think could work on a 5. What? Milk? Where's that come from? Oh, weird. Ah, right. Because it works on a 5x5, it's milked them cows. Well, I didn't want that to happen, did I? Let's break that then. So that ain't going to go there. It works on a... Of course, it works on a... 5. I made a grinder as well, I'll show you for why in a minute. But right, I guess that has to go there then. I'm going to have to get a bit of smooth stone to tidy things up afterwards, but... That'll do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some water, and I might not have any. One bucket is not going to cut it. I've got any water source? Don't think I have. I ain't got a water source up here, so that's a bit of a schoolboy error. Let's go get some water, and I'll get some smooth stone while I'm at it, and a bit of glass. So let's just go the short bounding route for a sec. Say hello to Tom. Awesome typing there. I've got 33 levels, by the way. I'm going to make a sword of the Zephyr and see what enchants I get on it. Let's chuck that stuff in there, that in there, and grab a bit of smooth stone. What did I want? I wanted a bit of glass, didn't I? I want a bit of glass just to cover that up, and I want some water. Let's grab a few buckets of water. Let's cock that up, haven't I? Right, 3 buckets should do, mate. And let's just get it back up there again. And then down here. So I want... Now, to make a 3x3, it's opposite corners, so that corner there should sort that side out, but it hasn't. So maybe lying there. So this should definitely sort this side out at least. There we go. That's all sorted. So what I can do is, here's one I prepared earlier. There's a squiddly. Chuck him in there. Mr. Squiddly's in there, and he shouldn't die. Joseph did some testing for me, and he should be fine in there, should Mr. Squiddly. And that rancher should collect everything as soon as I wire it up. So let's have a go. Let's wire that guy up and see how it goes. And that is not working. Why you no work? That should be milking me squids. Do I need a chest there? Perhaps. Grab a little bit of wood, make a chest. Now the grinder I want because I want to make spellbinding cloth so I can wipe enchants off stuff. And to make spellbinding cloth you need there we go, okay. So it works, it just doesn't store them in there, so I don't know what that's for. I thought I'd actually store them in there. There we go, we're milking ink sacks. And you see, it comes nice and quick, every 20 tick idle, so 1 a second we're getting. 21, 22, yeah, 1 a second. There you go, 1 run shake gets you 1 squid ink a second. That poor squid is going to get milked until its milky hole, its squid hole, whatever it is going to be red raw, poor thing. Right, I'm going to break camera, and I'll explain what the grinder's for in a minute, but I'm going to break camera, I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, I'm about to wrap up, but I've just come back to say something. This works really well, but there is a problem. It only works if you stay close. If you go away, like I've just had been away, then the squid despawns, which is a bit of a shame. But as long as you stood near it, you get an ink sack a second. But yeah, just be aware that when you do go away, it goes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to AFK for a bit and get a chest full, and then put the squid back into my safari net, and then I'll just get it when I need it. So I mean, a chest full of ink's going to last me a while, isn't it? So you know, so it's not 100% perfect, but well, it kind of is. You just have to semi-manually do it, or just do it while you're knocking about your base. Just be aware that if you do go into the nether or whatever, well, I've done it twice, and both times I've left he's despawned. So I could say he, might be a she, maybe Mrs. Octopus, who knows. I'm not going to do it in this episode, but the one thing that I was mentioning the grinder for is grinder gets you mob essence. I'm pretty sure you can turn that into a bottle of enchanting. And what I want to make is that stuff, which I've not. I thought I'd actually research, but I've not yet. That's why I brought the book to show you that stuff. And to actually make it, once you've researched it, it needs a bottle of enchanting in the recipe. So I need a bottle of enchanting for that. So I think the grinder can give me that. So I'm going to set the grinder up somewhere, breed a few cows to killing it. Poor cows. And I think next episode I'm going to start putting some boilers together, or at least a boiler together. Get this ethanol used up, and then start using biofuel. And then after that, it's going to be a quarry, I think, because I need some more quartz, and I want to set up a little ME network for this, so I don't have to manually keep putting things in from these deep storage units. Let's set up a little ME network just with some storage buses and a controller, and have it all running off that and feeding into this thing. So that should all work out nice. So yeah, that's it for this episode. As always, thank you very much for joining me. Hope it didn't turn in. Oh, one more thing. I said I had a little issue with coming out facing the wrong way. So solve it. What I've done, see there, I've got a little bit of string on the back side of the portal. So that means whenever you come out the portal, it actually faces the right way. Because the spring's there, you don't see the back as a valid, so you always come out facing the way you want to. So you can do that with your portals there. Put a little bit of string there. That'll make you come out the right way. There you go. So I hope it's entertaining, and yeah, I hope you're doing it next time. Thanks. Cheers. Bye.